In the Dantooine justice system, the farmers are represented by two separate yet equally important groups. The random guys pulled off the plains to investigate the crime, and the Jedi Masters who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Padawan, your arrival here is well timed.
Well timed? Who are you?
I am Balok, a Jedi from the Enclave. I was sent by the Jedi Council to investigate a killing that took place here a few hours ago. Communication does not pose a problem, as both the suspects and I speak Basic and Huttese. I was going to handle this case myself, but now that you're here, this could be an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate how well you have been learning your lessons at the Academy. Though you are not yet a full Jedi, perhaps you could assist me in sorting out the truth from the lie.
Hey, wait a minute, I'm a full Jedi, I'm a Padawan, what do you mean? I don't know if I'm a detective, though. This seems kind of serious. Well, what exactly do you want me to do?
Listen to the stories given by the two suspects. I have brought an information retrieval droid with access to the archives, both at the Jedi Enclave and the planetary capital. I will use my wisdom and experience to offer you some guidance, but I will not solve the case for you. There is little benefit if you do not solve this problem yourself. Consider each man's account and check the facts with the information droid. Once you have gathered all the evidence you think you need, run through the possible scenario with me. If you are unable to come to a satisfactory resolution, then I will take these men to the Enclave and deal with this myself. According to the accounts of the participants, these three men were out here in the field together earlier, before the clouds broke. I find that very odd, for most people would seek shelter indoors when the sky is filled with dark storm clouds, as it was earlier today. But that is not the most puzzling aspect of this case. The dead man, ℂℍ𝔸℉𝔼𝕃, was shot in the back with a blaster rifle. A rifle was found laying near his body with bloodstains on it. It has been sent back to the Enclave for analysis. Two other men were found at the scene when I arrived. One was hand in gold. He was unarmed. The other was ℂℍ𝔸℉𝔼𝕃, who was carrying a hunting laser. Both men say they did not do anything, and that they came across the body. But both also accuse the other. Obviously, there is more to this than we have been told.
Oh man, this is quite the mystery, man.
It looks like we found ourselves a mystery.
This is like Space Sherlock Holmes right now. Okay, well, I will begin my investigation at once. Let's get talking to these guys and find out the truth.
There is one last thing. When I arrived, Haddon was holding his side, and Rickard was favoring one of his legs.
Oh.
You would do well to remember this as we progress through the case. If there is anything you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses.
Okay. Well, this is pretty interesting, huh, guys? You have been approached by a Jedi, Balok, who requires your assistance in resolving a complicated crime he has encountered. He hopes your understanding of human nature can clarify the contradictory statements of the witnesses at the scene. Well, I am an expert on human nature, as I am a human.
Because you're human, and I was human. I am human, still.
Alright, well, let's start with talking to, Rickard here. How you doing, buddy?
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusov. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
This guy seems, kinda rude.
Rude?
Tell me what happened. Your side of things.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge.
Those bastardous Iriaz.
I pull out my rifle and aim at it, I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
What? Huh. Something ain't quite right here, but... Alright, let's talk to Handon then. How are you, sir?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master ℂℍ𝔸ℕ𝔼𝕃 in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Should I have?
I guess under the circumstances, no. Well, I presume you wish to hear my story then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
Jeez. So from the sound of it so far, it seems like Rickard might have accidentally shot this guy. He thought it was an ℂℍ𝔸ℕ𝔼𝕃. He said the sun was in his eyes. Huh. Go on.
And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Wait a second. This guy has an emergency button? Does everybody on Dantooine have an emergency button that just calls the enclave? Or what is it, like Life Alert?
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
They got Life Alert for the Jedi around here, dude? What the hell is going on? It's pretty interesting. All right, I'm going to talk to the droid next, right? That's what we got to do to compile the information or some shit? How you doing, Mr. Beep Boop?
Greetings, Padawan. You must be the one Master ℂℍ𝔸ℕ𝔼𝕃 has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
Oh, having a protocol droid helping with this case is pretty damn handy. Tell me about these planes, Mr. Beep Boop.
These planes are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign.
Oh, you ain't kidding.
The ℂℍ𝔸ℕ𝔼𝕃s are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Cat-hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by cat-hounds in the last 2 weeks.
Jeez.
A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other information you need?
Damn, these cat-hounds around here, dude, they're vicious. Man, poor Cassis. I can only imagine what's happened to him. That's right, we gotta be looking for Cassis right now, but we're getting mixed up in more side quests. Well, what did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
3 hours ago. Was it really that cloudy and stormy 3 hours ago? It must have been just before we left the Enclave. Well, I will have more questions later. Thank you, Mr. Beep Boop.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Okay. I think I might have caught one of these weirdos in a little lie. Liar! Let's talk to Master ℂℍ𝔸ℕ𝔼𝕃.
Yes? Is there something I can do to help you in this investigation?
Yes. I want to discuss the murder.
Very well. We should start at the beginning. If we find the truth behind each piece of the puzzle, we will no doubt resolve the case.
Indeed.
Handon said he was nearby and heard a shot and ran over, only to find Calder already dead. He said Rickard came out of the shadow of the rocks, holding a blaster in his hands. Rickard said that he was hunting ℂℍ𝔸ℕ𝔼𝕃s, saw one through the glare of the sun, and shot at it. It is possible that Rickard may have shot Calder accidentally, and Handon may have found the body. But that seems a very unlikely explanation. It is more likely that at least one of them is lying. Obviously, one of these men is not telling us something. But where does the truth lie?
I'll tell you where. I think Rickard back there is lying, that dirty little liar.
And why do you believe that?
Well, you said it was cloudy and stormy earlier. He claimed the sun was in his eyes, but there was no sun glare.
Yes, well done. It was very cloudy this morning. If it had happened as Rickard said, the sun would not have been visible at the time of the killing. You seem to have caught Rickard in a bit of a lie.
So that was a fucking lie.
It seems I was correct in assuming you could help me with this case. This lie doesn't prove Rickard is guilty, but I think you have taken the first step in unraveling this mystery.
Just call me Detective KotOR.
We should proceed on the next point. We need to find a motive for the killing. Maybe you should talk to the men about their relationship with the victim. If there is anything else you need, I will remain here while you question the witnesses.
Okay, so we caught Rickard in a lie. He's probably guilty, but we can't know for sure yet. We gotta continue our questioning. Alright.
So, what do you want to know?
Alright, buddy. You liar. You lied to me. But we're not gonna reveal that just yet. So Baluk said you were limping. Are you hurt?
Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body. But it's nothing that serious.
Well, I want to ask you something else.
So, what do you want to know?
Did you know the victim?
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slimeball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for ℂℍ𝔸℉𝔼. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife.
So the fact that he knew the victim definitely doesn't help his case, and he seemed like he's not a big fan of him either. Could there be a motive? Well, why would someone want to kill him?
You Jedi are so predictable.
What?
Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one.
Based.
Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna leave this guy alone. That's all for now.
Right.
Okay, let's go talk to Handon. You know, Handon's a lot more polite, but shouldn't let that, affect my decision here. Alright, Handon, what's up?
How can I be of further assistance?
So you're holding your side, Handon. Are you injured?
Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha.
Well,
I run. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something else.
How can I be of further assistance?
Now, why would someone want to kill this man?
Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine.
Could it be?
Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him.
Well, no one says you killed him. Yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him?
We don't know anything yet, buddy, but, I find this really interesting that we're able to just hold them here and question them. Like, without lawyers, I mean, it's Star Wars, it's not the same as, regular law here in the real world, but, in the real world, they should be asking for lawyers,
I want to see my lawyer!
Did you know the victim personally?
I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
Listen, buddy, again, no one says you killed him. Yet.
I'm sorry,
Alright, that's it for now.
Of course.
Very interesting. Okay, I think maybe the droid might be able to tell us something.
Is there any other information you need?
Okay. What can you tell me about KotOR and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. ℂ𝐻𝐸𝔸℉ and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
They rented a speeder together. So, he knows him a little bit more than he's claiming. Alright, I'll be back later.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Hey, buddy.
How can I be of further assistance?
You knew KotOR better than you admit. You rented a speeder with him.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike KotOR, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Oh, ho, ho. Punch his face in. You better come clean, buddy.
My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room.
Jesus!
But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime.
Oh man, talk about motive, boys. This poor guy got cocked!
You got played so hard, you cock.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Oh my goodness. Alright, that's all for now.
Of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
I'm sure. Okay, Mr. Beep Boop, thank you for that.
Is there any other information you need?
Yeah, now what about the relationship between KotOR and Rickard? Know anything?
According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. ℂ𝐻𝐸𝐸𝔸 about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need?
Wow, so both of these guys, like, really knew the victim. Okay, I'll be back in a bit.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Alright. Excuse me there, Mr. Rickard.
So, what do you want to know?
Yeah, buddy. What do I want to know? So you thought KotOR was cheating you, huh?
Now, I don't love KotOR, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are.
Okay. That's all for now.
Right.
Both of them knew the victim quite a bit. I mean, here's the damn body. Oh my goodness. The body of KotOR ℂ𝐻𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸. He was apparently shot from behind with a blaster. Good lord, man. I mean, that must have been one goddamn powerful blaster. Jesus, man. I gotta get my hands on whatever the hell they're using. I mean, my man's burnt up worse than Anakin's ballsack on Mustafar.
This is fucking annoying. I don't know why you people are watching this shit anymore. The point has been made. You've seen all you need to see. Move on.
Is there any other information you need?
Now, what did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other...
That's it? Alright, I'll have more questions later.
Very well.
We know Rickard lied about the sun blinding him while he was shooting.
Right.
But we need more to go on. Let's examine the relationship of each man with the victim. Handon told me he barely knew the victim. On the other hand, Rickard and the victim were business partners. However, according to Rickard, they got along quite well. On the surface, neither man seems to have a motive for killing KotOR.
Right. Well, I'm stumped. I kind of am stumped a little bit at this part, but Handon was the one lying, actually, because he did know him. I mean, he got kickety-cucked real bad, this dude. I mean, it's like Rickard was lying about the sun, right? But Handon's the one with more motive than anybody. I mean, cheating out of the business deal is one thing, but then the guy got cheated on. So it's like, damn, like his motive is crazy. So I think Handon is lying.
Why do you believe that?
He knew his wife was cheating on him.
Well, that certainly is a motive for murder. The case is taking shape. However, you mustn't jump to any quick conclusions. Perhaps we should now focus on the murder weapon itself.
Oh yeah, let's focus on the murder weapon, dude. That thing must have been powerful.
You might want to see what information the witness and the information droid can provide you about the blaster found near the body.
Alright, so tell me about the weapon found at the scene.
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to KotOR. Is there any other information you need?
What? The weapon did not belong to the victim. Huh. So it's one of theirs. Handed.
How can I be of further assistance?
What do you know about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it.
Huh.
I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous ℏℍ𝔸℉hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance?
So it is his. He's admitting it's his weapon, but it was stolen from him. Alright, that's it for now.
Of course. Of course.
Alright, let's talk to Rickard.
So, what do you want to know?
Now, what about the weapon found by the body, huh? You know anything about that, Bubby?
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for ℏℎ𝔸ℎ weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's.
Interesting. That's all for now.
Right.
This one's really tough. I mean, he handed admitted it was his, but let's see if the droid has anything new.
Is there any other information you need?
Is there a report of Handon's blaster being stolen?
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need?
So he never filed a report on the blaster being missing?
That sounds suspicious.
That's very strange, so... I mean, that's a bit of a lie, isn't it? He claimed that it was stolen, but he never reported it stolen. And it is his blaster.
So, what have you determined about the weapon found by the body?
Well, the blaster is Handon's. He lied about it being stolen.
He's a damn liar!
So we have caught Handon in a lie. Interesting. But I think we may need one final piece of the puzzle. There was a blood sample on the weapon that had been sent back for analysis just before you arrived. Perhaps you could inquire with the information droid about it.
Okay.
Is there any other information you need?
Yeah, Beat Boot Boy, let's see. Tell me about that blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon.
Good.
It had been sent back to the ℂℍ𝔸℉𝔼 just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not KotOR's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded.
Damn.
We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to KotOR. Is there any other information you need?
I mean, I feel like he already told me this, but now we have true confirmation of it. The blood on the weapon is not the victim's. So it's one of these two men. And I think it might be Handon. He's the one clutching his side. But look, I think I know what's going on here.
I assume the blood on the weapon belongs to the victim, but I want to be thorough. What have you learned about the blood on the weapon?
It didn't belong to the victim. Pretty crazy, huh?
That is surprising. So the blood must belong to one of the suspects. But which one?
It's Handon's blood.
Why do you believe that?
Because he's clutching his side.
Handon has been moving oddly since I arrived. Perhaps we should examine him a little more closely.
Hey, what are you doing?
There is blood! Handon appears to have suffered some sort of blaster wound to his side. It would seem there is one logical scenario. Handon killed Calder for having an affair with his wife. Rickard was out hunting and accidentally shot Handon after he had killed Calder.
No. They are both guilty.
A bold conclusion. One most people would not arrive at. But we are not like most people. We are Jedi. Still, I would like to know how you came to this conclusion. We know Calder was having an affair with Handon's wife. But what possible motive could Rickard have for wanting Calder dead?
I just have a hunch. No, it's because Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in business.
Yes, well done. Both men had a reason to want Calder dead. This is my theory of this morning's events. Both men knew Calder would be out here this morning, and each plotted to kill him. Handon found him first and shot him because of the affair Calder was having with his wife. Shortly after, Rickard arrived on the scene. From a distance, he saw Handon and thought it was Calder. So he shot him in retaliation for the credits Calder had cheated him out of in their business. Handon would have dropped his blaster, the one we found at the scene, covered in blood. He probably thought Rickard was going to kill him, so he called us, hoping he could convince us it was Rickard.
Wow.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Huh.
That is enough. The culpability of both of you in the murder and attempted murder of Calder Neddick is evident. Additionally, Rickard Lusov can be charged with aggravated assault and attempted murder of Handon Gold. I place you both under the arrest of the Jedi Order, and will escort you to the holding facilities in the Jedi Enclave.
Get him out of here.
Tuck him away.
You have done well here. It is obvious you have been studying your lessons carefully. I will be sure to inform the Jedi Council of your performance in this little test.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Well done. I'm impressed. I'm not sure I could have done as well.
Good day, and may the Force be with you.
Wait a sec, Bastila, where'd you come from? Well, the Jedi sure have interesting ways of testing their students, but at any rate, that was pretty fun. You successfully solved the crime by realizing that both men were guilty. Although it was Handon who actually killed Calder, Rickard would have killed him had he arrived a little sooner. The two suspects have both been taken into custody, and ℂ𝐻𝔸℉𝔼𝔼 is certain to tell the Jedi Council of your brilliant deductive skills. Wow, what a quest, guys. That was a lot of fun. I can't believe we figured it out, dude. I'm a regular old detective. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play KotOR. That was a ton of fun. I mean, it's a shame about that guy, but jeez.
He dead!
Anyway, we got to get back to searching for Cassius, guys. I don't know where he could be. What could have happened to that poor kid? For all we know, he got shot with a damn blaster. I don't know. But we will continue our search in the next one, guys. Again, thanks so much for joining me on this episode of Let's Play KotOR. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as always for more outstanding Let's Plays, and check out our Discord channel for memes, bonus live streams, giveaways, and more. Definitely check out that Discord, boys. Karth will be very happy if you do. Right, Karth?
You got it.
All right. Until next time, everybody, we'll catch you later. Peace out.